Good morning, sixth graders. Happy Tuesday. Hopefully yesterday went well with Miss Jones. She said you guys were great. Um, what we are doing today. First of all, please do not forget attendance, okay? Do not forget. Um, we are going to be talking about our final sketchbook cover design. Few reminders. Your imagination workout sheet is due today. Okay, please make sure it's submitted to Schoology. We're going to talk about our cover design. And you are going to download the rubric today so you have it in Notability, all right? And we are going to get started on our practice, like our sketchbook plan on the design. So how that's going to work, you should be done with your symbols. So yesterday, we did these subliminal messages with Miss Jones, and you worked on your symbols. Okay, you should be done with those today. Your imagination workout, again, like I said, is due today, and you should have turned in your subliminal message sheet from yesterday. We will do a search and find challenge for a few minutes together in class. And then we are going to talk about the sketchbook cover. Now, the sketchbook cover project is literally your entire cover. You will open up the sketchbook, and it's the front and the back. It's the whole thing. You are going to plan it out today on a sheet of paper. Practice your design in your sketchbook. So, recap Monday, your subliminal messages. This should have been turned in yesterday, and I only got about 16, so a little bit more than half the class, but I need these turned in if you want your 10 points. You should have created 4 symbols that represented you. 4 symbols in your sketchbook. Now, we're going to do a breakout challenge in groups. One person is going to share the PDF in Schoology, and you're going to help each other find these hidden pictures. Can you complete them in time? We're just going to take 10 minutes and then meet back together. Hopefully you can find the fun hidden symbols. And then we are going to talk about our sketchbook cover. You have choices for this. Either sorry, can't even speak. You are going to choose between a symmetrical name design, which is on the left here. This is actually someone's name, or falling name design. Now, if you're doing symmetrical, your folder will be open like a book. If you're doing falling name, it will go the long way. You'll open it the long way, and we'll talk about that in class. Now, you're going to need to download your sketchbook cover project. You need to download the turn-in, okay? It's found in Schoology in today's folder, and you need to send it to Notability. This is 30 summative points. This is our first big project, and this is going to take you some time and effort. We will go over how to turn it in, but this is your rubric that you must put in Notability today. You are going to plan out your design. Your plan can include fonts and letters, think typography, patterns and colors, perspective or symmetry. So if it's perspective, it gives the illusion of falling, like you're creating a perspective. You're tricking our eye that something is falling. If you're going to do symmetrical, it's the same on both sides. Your negative space is extremely important. That's your background. How are you going to use your background? What are you going to do there? What are you going to put in your background? Your emphasis, what do you want the viewers to observe? Okay, so these are actually symmetrical name designs. You can see kind of this particular student's name here, Serena, and she turned it into this orange crazy creature. Okay, this person's name is John, and this is his plan, this is his practice, just like Serena's, and he turned his name into this cool, funky creature with cool shoes, and this cool buildings in the background. This kind of looks like Big Ben. Here is the student who chose the falling name. They literally are repeating their name with different fonts or letters, and it's falling down the page. You also are going to hide or incorporate your symbols into your project. Now, how to make a symmetrical name design. This shows you on this video on how to do this, okay? This could be your name plan for Sketch 5 or design a falling name. The goal is to sketch the focal point of your sketchbook cover. That is either your symmetrical name or your falling name. And here's the video on how to do that. We will talk more in class. Hopefully this makes sense to you. We will have some more examples, and let me know if you have any questions. So that is your expectation for today, is to create your plan. If I go back here, and if I go to your final sketchbook cover, this is where your rubric is, right here, okay? And then there are a lot of examples in this slideshow of how to do this. So here are some falling name designs. Notice the shoe. So this is a Converse tennis shoe, obviously, but this is student from last year. This was one of her symbols. And then instead of just her name, which she has here, social, she did words that described her. She then broke up her entire background of her folder with patterns, and that is how she completed it. This is her full sketchbook, so it's going this direction. Here's another student who did a Christmas tree. Here is Alice's. So this is the falling name design. Here is the symmetrical name design. Okay, this particular student, her name was April. She turned her name into a leprechaun. She had a pot of gold for her symbols, and she had clovers, and she had a rainbow. So notice how she used her symbols in her background. Notice how she created her background with pattern. She did a beautiful job. This is her whole folder. So planning out your project, we just looked at this. Here would be a falling name plan. Look at this particular student. Her name is Addison. Well, this is actually her starting her final. You can see the crease of her folder right here. So it is her whole folder. She had a panda as one of her symbols. She had a spool as one of her symbols. She liked to sew with her grandma. Notice how she's adding patterns in her background. This is Addison's as she was getting started with her falling name. Here are some other examples of falling name. Again, it's the whole folder. There are also step-by-step instructions if you choose to do symmetrical name design. This is very helpful for you. Okay, the video is also very helpful that I just showed you in today's activities, but so are these step-by-step instructions. It'll show you exactly how to make it. It's really, really cool to see what kind of details you can add. The same video that's on the slides today is here, but it's super fun to see, like, what could this turn into? And there are so many examples. These are just some plans from last trimester. Here again is that rubric that you need to download. We will go dive deeper and deeper into this. Today is just the plan, but I need you to be ready for that when you come to class. So hopefully you all attend. I'll see you later on. Thanks, guys.